No, it doesn't.
It's free, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I don't mind, man.
Okay, guys, be quiet for a second. You gotta wait for my stuff to come up really quick.
Get over here.
Hi, welcome to Drunk Playdate pregame number 2. This is our second one. Our first one wasn't that great, I admit. It was because it was just poor planning on my part. We have, for this episode, we're going to be doing an hour instead of the 2 hours we did for the last one. But after the hour, we're going to be doing a what we're going to call the after hours, where we're just going to sit around and bullshit and talk to each other and just play games and drink. So just have some fun. We're going to be. Let's see. Hold on 1 second. I got to look over my notes one more time, really quick. Okay. So for tonight's show, we're playing Scott Pilgrim versus the World, the game, and we have some special guests tonight. We have Dave, Ian, and Nate, and then me, Ike. So go ahead. We're going to go ahead and introduce ourselves. We're going to start with Nate.
Hi, I'm Nate. You saw me in the last one, kind of. I've got the beer hat. Also, Fiona's here, the dog. You'll see her walking around.
Hello, I'm Ian. I am the magical Negro. So, yeah, sitting here chilling, playing some games, drinking some beer.
You're not even really that black.
Dude, I'm your one black friend. Don't blow it.
You're
Oreo,
Oreo,
I'm the reason you can say that you're not a racist because you know one black friend.
Whoa, this TV is in color.
Wow.
You already beat me with a bat here. Good lord.
Okay.
And I'm David Hernandez, aka known as Illegal Hugs.
Yeah, I'm Fled on Xbox Live.
Cool. And I'm your designated driver for tonight. I am Ike on Xbox Live. I'm Merlin. So we have a few things that we wanted to talk about. We were going to talk about possibly E3, the Wii U, PlayStation, Sony's new Smash Brothers game, the Vita and Xbox Glass.
I always thought it was Vita.
You're not allowed to talk.
You just lost your all.
I always read it as Vita. You know,
And,
like vitamin water.
Oops, sorry.
Oh yeah, that's some of the things. Throughout the night, we have a few drinking rules. The conversation may end or may stop so that we can drink or do whatever we need to do for it. The first one is don't drink and drive. That's good for everybody. The second one is if someone burps, you must put your thumb to your forehead and pinky up. The last person to do so has to. So we have our first one. Okay, and if a player unlocks an achievement for a game, you have to take a drink. Everybody takes a drink for that
That's
one.
me. It's so funny.
And if we get a game over screen, if anybody gets a game over screen, everybody drinks.
Do it. Press it.
And these rules are more like guidelines. We're not going to follow them 100% the entire time. Let's see. If you want to play the home game, there's a super hardcore version where every time one of us drinks, anytime one of us drinks, you take a drink yourself. So you're drinking for 4 people.
And a dog.
And a dog, apparently. The dog likes booze. I already mentioned the after hours, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
I probably shouldn't have drank before I started doing this.
You are the DD.
The DD can still drink. We're not driving
Oh
yet.
no.
Help, no.
Let help. Let help.
Okay, so the soundtrack for this game was done by Anamanaguchi. They are a band that
Awesome chip
plays
tune.
yeah, it's a chiptune band. They play at
Stop
PAX
using me.
every year, or most every year at least. I went and saw them in Portland a couple months ago. That was pretty awesome with Starscream.
So Yama Gucci.
Anamanaguchi. Yeah, you can turn
Come
it
on.
up. Here, we can put it up a bit.
Sounds like a long form way to say vagina.
Yeah, I was gonna say it just sounds like I want your Gucci.
Money.
Don't forget the... Oh, it's Canadian money. Don't worry about it.
It's not real money. Yeah.
What gay do I look like with this fucking basket? Didn't do much damage at all.
Okay, so who do you think won E3? In quotes.
won. Nobody wins E3.
So what do they win? Being the biggest Nintendo ripoff?
if we're
Well, if Nintendo's not doing anything, then somebody else has to.
Does it really count as winning if the industry event isn't that good?
Well, you see, the other thing is it's the Electronic Entertainment Expo, so E3, not the Electronic Gaming Expo, which a lot of people are complaining about. Oh, nobody introduced enough good games. But it's
Nobody introduced
entertainment.
enough entertainment stuff either, did they?
There was nothing new, as far as I know.
What are you talking about? They announced Xbox Music.
There is
Yes, I remember, yeah. Let me just get my Zune device, since I know the one that has the fucking brown brick.
Don't forget.
I only know one person with a Zune.
That's his.
It's mine.
It's yours.
I have a Zune. My phone is technically a Zune.
Hey, Fiona, get out of his lab.
My Zune is so old school, I got it back when, like, your choices was brown and brown for color.
You can have it any color you want as long as it's brown.
That's basically what it was.
Stay here.
I was like, come on, dude, the iPod comes in, like, white and black at least.
So Microsoft technically had their E3 announcement or press conference first.
Nintendo has a small one.
Nintendo did have a small one, but I wouldn't count that as a press conference. But so Microsoft is like, we're doing glass, and then PlayStation comes up, it's like, oh yeah, I have to buy a PS Vita to interface with it, and Microsoft's like, you already own it. You can use your phone. Oh, we will put links to the to these videos in the description below if you're watching again on YouTube.
I will say definitely there's like Nintendo started the press conference off, and it's here's Miyamoto doing his thing, and like, alright, you've been in this industry for how long? And you still have a shitty fucking accent? Can you please learn some fucking English?
Well, he's not Nintendo America. He's Nintendo Japan.
Yeah, but how many times has he presented at E3 in America? Like every fucking year.
Yeah. That was the best part about the whole Nintendo thing.
There's that E3 from 2008. Did you ever watch the Nintendo one from 2008?
I think I did.
Like the very end, they announced a new Zelda game, and Miyamoto comes out with a Link shield and sword.
Oh yeah, I saw
That was badass.
I like especially like, you know, they talk about Zelda games, and every time they touch their new system, they show that high-res, ultra-realistic 3D Zelda game, and then when they get asked, they'll say, oh, that's not a game you can play.
Yeah, that's not gameplay.
We're not making that game, we're making a cartoon version for you.
Yeah, the Microsoft one starts out with a live-action trailer for Halo 4. What a big surprise!
Yeah, the other thing, the only like good part about the Nintendo one that I thought was the very beginning where Miyamoto walks around with the Pikmin.
You gotta say, dude, can Nintendo like make a new IP instead of you know, remaking the same shit over and over again?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty and whatnot, but I played Pikmin. And you know what? The new Pikmin's gonna be just like the old Pikmin.
Well, the same thing could be said about Halo with Microsoft, though.
Yeah, you're not hearing me say Halo's the fucking greatest thing in the world.
Well, well, at least Halo did try to do something new.
Yeah, and I think that they did a good job with making people excited about Halo 4, because at first I was kind of like, Halo 4.
Oh, it's a new Halo game.
Saw the trailer, I'm like, this actually...
Go through that door. Everybody go through that door.
That actually made me think, wow, Halo looks actually decent to play.
But
I'm happy to get this.
my only gripe is, what is the new Halo going to
through the
bring?
door.
I mean, Halo 1 invented the rechargeable shield. Halo 2 invented the party system. Halo 3 invented FPS building system. But what have we had really since then? Not really much. It's all
Dude, we get Spec Ops. What is it?
I don't even know. I haven't really been keeping track of what's coming out in Halo 4.
I really want to... Oh, we're not doing it right! Oh.
Yeah, we're totally sucking at this.
Well, we're also talking and drinking, so it's gonna happen, and I'm not really even trying to play. Well, I am.
I guess I should try to drink more than play, right?
Yeah,
Well, that's part of it though. Is it's gotta be like a nice mixture of all three. You can't spend too much time playing the game. You can't spend too much time talking, but talking is part of the thing, part of it. And you can't spend too much. I'm not gonna say the last part. You can't.
The other
Just
thing,
drink. That's all.
That's nice. The other thing about the what I noticed in the with the peripherals that they're releasing. So each console has its own peripheral. Like the Wii U has the touchpad. The PS3 has the PS Vita, and then Xbox is Xbox Glass. So they all have their pros and cons. The pro for the Wii U is it's essentially another controller. It has all of the controlling capabilities. It has all of the joysticks. It has a touch screen that you can use a stylus with and everything. And then there's the Vita, which is its own
Vita.
The Vita has its own its own gaming system. You can play other games on it. And then there's the Xbox One, which is essentially any handheld peripheral device like cell phone, touchpad device can connect to it. I'm not necessarily sure if they're going to be doing gameplay with it because they haven't really shown that they were going to do gameplay with it. But I'm thinking that it might actually have some drawbacks with gameplay because with those other devices, they're going to be connected directly to the console with some sort of Bluetooth.
Well, have you did you see the old video before with the Xbox Connect features on Windows phones? When they originally announced that they were going to put that in connectivity with the Windows phones to the Xbox, they demoed it with Kinect Adventures and the game where
I've seen some of those, yeah.
Well, the phone actually works very intuitive with it because I have it on mine and it actually works quite well. But you know they're not going to make it into a gaming system. I mean, I honestly think the Wii U looked like a fucking giant Game Gear.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, dude, really?
But see, the thing that I was going to get at with was the way that it would have to do it would be connecting through Wi-Fi to a router and then sending the information to the Xbox. So you're going to get some network latency with that.
Was it just me, or was this E3 like, hey, let's catch up to Apple and have touch everything?
One of the
it did seem like that.
one of the things I saw about the Wii U on Reddit. Reddit. Those are pizza. Sorry, it's a loud dog. Yeah, that's gonna totally ruin it. Hey. But so one of the things I saw on Reddit was they had the Wii U, and since the Wii U is set up that you can have like the God controller and 4 other controllers, somebody's like, Nintendo needs to do this with it's the it was what was it? Nintendo needs to do this. It's Dungeons and Dragons. So they have the DM and then the players.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was
They should make a Dungeons and Dragons game for it. Definitely.
I think that was presented by Gabe from PAX, right? Or from Penny Arcade.
I don't know, but I wouldn't doubt that Gabe did it.
I'll say one thing I noticed with all the press conferences is like you have Sony, you have Nintendo, and they're all doing this in their own little fancy world that if you're a Sony customer or a Nintendo customer, all you buy is Nintendo or Sony.
Yeah.
You don't own anything else but Nintendo and Sony shit.
Right after
and
that.
Xbox is like, hey, we know you own iPads, we know you own iPhones, and we know you have all these devices. Let's make that shit work. Where everyone else is like, hey, if you're a Sony guy, you wouldn't have an Xbox or a Wii or any of that shit. You only buy our stuff. So here, buy a Vita and make it work with our games.
And about
What's she getting into over there, Nate? Okay.
About the fanboy stuff is right after E3 is done. I saw
shit.
3 different posts. The 3 different posts were Microsoft won, Sony won, Nintendo won. All of the fanboys posted that their respective gaming system or company won E3, which really I don't think anybody won E3. I'm pretty sure everybody just failed just as hard. But the problem is a lot of these people are waiting for next year to release their new console, except for Nintendo. Nintendo's just kind of
Yeah, it just seemed like everybody was holding back the real goods, you know? It was just like, hey, check out this stuff we already mentioned.
And then Microsoft was like, oh yeah, we have Internet Explorer, which everyone else already has.
Yeah, if they want to impress us, why don't you make it Chrome?
Well, Nintendo's the only actual company to announce a new console.
But, you know, it's great to be a company that's announcing something new, but when you're announcing shit, is it really that great?
Wait. What about the Nintendo amusement park?
Yeah, can't wait to take my imaginary kids there.
No, the best part is at the beginning of that, the Nintendo Nintendo of America CEO or whatever, president or whatever, is like, we're not going to spend a lot of time talking about these things, and then they spend a lot of time talking about the things that nobody wants to hear about.
Well, I definitely like how he's like, hey, here's this new thing we're going to do, but we're not going to tell you anything about it. Like Nintendo's whole strategy was, hey, here's our press conference. We're gonna tell you about something, but then we're not gonna tell you any details. Come spend all your time at E3 at our booth, so you don't look at anybody else's shit.
Well, they also said the Nintendo.com/E3 webpage.
Which is a bigger
It's E3 is not Nintendo.
What? What did you say?
What the hell?
I know
There's a
what
star door there.
I know there's a star door.
I'm not gonna repeat
Scott
what
show.
that was.
I think I know what you said.
He had a bottle in his hand. You can put the math together and you see Clerks.
Were you gonna stab somebody?
You have to break it first.
No, on that note, I was watching the Clerks 2 for the second time, like the day it came out, because I used to work in the movie theater and I watched it the night it came out, and I was watching it with my watching the movie with my black friend.
His only black friend at the time.
Yeah, and we were watching the movie, and these kids in the front of the theater were talking, and she's like, "They better stop talking before I stab them with my."
You better watch it. They'll put the Sheeny curse on you.
You can't taste racism. Okay, this is getting derailed kind of fast.
Yeah, so what's their next topic?
Hey,
Were we done talking about E3?
Oh, yeah, back to E3. Wreck-It Ralph was presented at E3.
Yes, Wreck-It Ralph was awesome.
Yeah.
I saw another screen cap from it. Kubert.
Hubert was in the trailer.
Yeah.
Glad you paid attention to that.
So Chung Lee was in that screenshot though. That you saw.
Did they get the rights to these characters from the prospective companies?
It had to, because Nintendo, man, think of all the stuff that you haven't seen Nintendo around. Last time I saw Nintendo in a fucking movie was The Wizards.
So hold on.
Yeah, that looked like it was Bowser right there.
So Wreck-It Ralph is kind of a mixture of Who Framed Roger Rabbit and The Wizard.
Kind of.
Because
I would say The Wizard was just there to sell games, unless there's a Wreck-It Ralph game coming out.
no, the only reason I say The Wizard is because it was a Nintendo movie, and you have Who Framed Roger Rabbit, which had all of the major animation companies come together to make one movie, or lend their characters to make one movie. Why not? It's the same right now for the game developers.
60
Well,
hits.
I personally hope that they use the IPs right, because I mean it's easy to fail using so many properties in one.
From
movie.
what I saw, I liked what they did with especially Zangief and how he's kind of like, ooh, Zangief. He's like the happy nice Russian, even though he looks like a fucking badass.
Yeah, or Wreck-It Ralph. It's kind of what they should have done instead of the Sony game, the Sony Smash Brothers game.
Yeah, where that was like, wow, you guys. Well, do you guys know that they already made this?
Well, like the Smash Brothers games, they do take IPs from other game companies and put them so they can fight each other.
Metal Gear Solid is one of the biggest ones that they did.
Well, I would say this. Right, there was a Sony game back in the day. I don't remember what it was called, but it was a fighting game. It was more like a 3D fighter using a bunch of different characters from
Soul
IPs.
Calibur does it.
There's also Marvel vs. SNK.
Nobody can hear you, Nate.
There's also Marvel vs. SNK. That's another one.
Not that anybody wants
The
to.
one I'm talking about, I forgot what it was called. I think it was originally a Japanese game, but all it was game IPs from Sony's titles. And they had that, and yeah, it was unique. Okay, you had Smash Brothers out on Nintendo already, but then you had this version on the PlayStation, which was more of a 3D virtual fighter, but with like Cloud Strife, Sephiroth, and all them playing. It's like that's a really cool way to take somebody else's idea and remake it so it's yours instead of copying somebody's.
I think what they need to really do is do a cross-platform game like Smash Brothers, where you can have Kratos versus Mario versus Master Chief. So it's like Smash Brothers.
That would never happen.
I know, but it would be amazing. Like who would not want to play as Kratos versus Master Chief, or be a Samus versus Master
You know what would
Chief?
be more likely to happen than that game? It would be a Bing Google mixed search engine. That would be more likely to happen.
But don't you guys think that would be pretty awesome? You can play as Kratos versus Mario.
And why don't you just put Marvel characters in there too?
Yeah, I might as well.
Have
This
Wolverine.
boss is hard.
I think it would be good if it was made by Ed Boon of Mortal Kombat fame.
Yes.
Yeah, it would have to be done by somebody
It would-
that knows.
It would have to be like a side-scroller fighting
It
game.
would have to be some. And what they should do is they should do it like with the original Mortal Kombat game style, where where they have people dressed up in the costume with the pictures.
Speaking of Mortal Kombat, did you guys see the new game they're coming out using the DC Universe?
No, I have not.
It's a new fighting game. As you saw, DC Universe versus Mortal Kombat was not as good as expected, but the new one looks like it might be as good. At least. But I'm not sure what Ed Boon else is working on at the moment.
Oh no, I suck at this game. You were pretty bad at Ninja Turtles back in the day too.
You also bad at River City Ransom?
I never really played River City.
What about Bubble Dragon?
Double Dragon.
The Nintendo never said it quite clearly.
It was the whole 8-bit talking.
Bubble Dragon.
Go, Scott!
Barely enough to take the bus.
Dude, when that movie came out, dude, I was just amazed at how awesome it was.
That
Have you
movie was
read
freaking amazing.
The comic books.
I've not yet read the
Graphic
comic
novels.
books yet.
Oh, they're so good. They're published in Portland, actually, by Oni Press.
Fiona, get away from the mic.
But no, the comic books are great. It has a different ending.
Yeah.
They actually, for the movie, they wanted to have a different ending than what it was. They wanted to make it so it was Scott Pilgrim was in an insane asylum, was put into an insane asylum, and he created this this video game universe that he lived in to justify killing all of his new girlfriend's exes.
What?
That's pretty
What?
fucked up.
Yeah.
So they wanted to turn it into Sucker Punch.
Yeah.
That movie was fucking terrible,
I
man.
hated that
Oh my
movie.
The
God.
music in the movie was awesome, and if it was like just a bunch of short films that they released on the internet, it would have been awesome. It would have been better.
See, I got this for the music. Alright, I can see why people like it, but honestly, I thought the original versions of the songs were 10 times better than the remixes that people.
I'm not talking about the remixes. I'm talking about the original IP they had.
I was extremely disappointed with Daniel Snyder's directing with that movie.
Yeah.
Zack Snyder, I thought? Or was it Daniel Snyder?
Or yeah, you're right, Zack Snyder, correct. Because Dawn of the Dead was so good, and even
Talking the
300 was
remake?
pretty good.
I
Yeah.
loved Dawn of the Dead.
The remake is pretty good. The original's better, but
Wow, they went all out with the bouncy moves in this one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are we playing Dead or Alive?
DOA beach volleyball.
wait, I was just fighting the other chick.
Remember that from the Xbox V1?
Yeah.
They made a DOA movie.
I actually have that. It's horrible.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Was that a Ube Bowl movie?
Yes, it was actually.
What? It was?
It was a Yuba Bowl.
Why would they give him more money?
Because he's scamming the German government. Is really that's what it is. Look it up.
God.
Hey, I'll give him props. He did say he would honestly stop fucking making movies if somebody went like, you know, at least 2 rounds with him in a boxing match.
People
but
used to
unfortunately,
boxing.
yeah, unfortunately he's a Golden Gloves winner or some shit, dude. So no fucking critics, nerdy critics. Would be
Somebody
like
actually
that.
went up against them. The guy from what was his name?
Yeah, and
Fart?
Bull felt
Yeah, the
so
guy from
bad
Fart.
he couldn't fucking hit him as hard as he
No,
could.
the guy from Fark. Uwe Boll is a fighter.
Dude, that doesn't
Yeah.
count when you're fighting Stephen Hawking, alright?
No, the guy from Fark went up against him. He actually was at PAX. Came with the PAX one year. He actually came to PAX one year, and he got booed off stage.
He hasn't been back since.
He got booed off stage. They gave him an open invitation. They didn't tell anybody he was going to be there. And they're like, oh yeah, we've got Uwe Boll here. So the Gabe and Tycho come up. They're like, yeah, we got Uwe Boll. He got fucking booed off stage. I think the best scene in cinema history is in Postal.
Oh,
When Uwe Boll is on stage and the guy comes up, pulls the mask off, he's like, I'm the creator of Postal, you ruined my game, and he goes to like hit him. And he actually hits Uwe Boll.
Postal wasn't that bad of a movie comparatively to any of his other ones.
I actually like Postal.
that's like saying you can't polish a turd.
I legitimately enjoyed parts of that movie. I thought it was pretty funny. What else do we want to talk about? What did we cover? We guys still got like a half hour.
Yeah, we're flying through these topics.
Yeah. You know, I wanted to talk about Glass because honestly, I was impressed with Microsoft's Glass app for the 360, but the only thing I was wondering is who's going to support it and how is it going to be supported, and is it going to support everything?
Not very well.
You know.
It's all gonna. Things like that. It's like, all right, I gotta wait for this to come out and see how it works. And,
Yeah,
and if it doesn't feel comfortable and it works, it's gonna disappear fairly quickly.
Well, I believe what they're trying to do here is they're introducing it for this console, so they can work out all of the bugs to make it work for their next console.
It's Trudy.
Hello.
I'm honestly surprised at their ability to support the Droid, because when PlayStation announced they were having the PlayStation Suite to support Droid phones so that they can actually port over to their games to it, I was really surprised that Microsoft began to show some platform-agnostic views, but let's be honest, they don't have a handheld.
Hey, Nate, can you give me another beer?
But, I mean, honestly, did you guys feel like your socks were knocked off at all in any way with this E3? Like, I really didn't feel it.
I was surprised that some games were being made that I didn't know about because I didn't know clue about Splinter Cell. I thought it was kind of cool to connect inactivity or connect features with it, but
Oh shit.
but that's not always that awesome. I mean, because to me, Splinter Cell is a game where you could be the guy who kills everybody, or you could be stealthy about it, but they turned it into kill everybody, and it's no longer what Splinter Cell used to be.
It was like the Bourne Identity, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. That's actually I was trying to compare it to that as well.
But you also think with that game, like I know, so you know, the last one, Conviction, they added you know, the marking ability, so you can mark your targets and bust through and kill everybody. It's like, you know what? That looks cool and all, but they took away all the gameplay from me, and now I just mark everybody, and the game plays itself.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And the new one, I'm really disappointed because they did not get Michael Ironside for the new one.
Yeah,
I heard they barely got him for the last one, so that's why they got a different guy. Who's honestly, he's doing an impression of Michael Ironside, which sounds horrible.
Hit him with the key!
I actually enjoyed playing Conviction. Like, that was really the first Splinter Cell game that I played all the
Somebody in chat says Michael Ironside isn't voicing Sam Fisher in this game.
That's what we just said.
Yeah.
Is there an echo in the room?
I was not paying attention. He also says drink more.
Alright.
There we go, that's all.
Hey, you know, talk about what we were drinking.
Oh yeah, I forgot to ask. Okay, so hold on, we're gonna pause this for a second. We're gonna talk about what we're drinking. So we're gonna start with Nate. What are you drinking?
Hang on, I'll be right back.
Ian can go first.
Okay, I'm drinking a Washington local Irish Death from a brewery, I think somewhere nearby. Yeah.
I might say something on there.
I don't know, I'm not really feeling like trying to read the small fucking thing.
Whatever.
But they sell them in pint glasses. You can get them like pretty much Goose or most places. Like 7.8% alcohol in here, so it will fuck you up.
Fuck. Alright, this is what I started out drinking, the Kraken rum. And now I'm also drinking a Pikes Place Brewery Scotch Ale Kilt Lifter.
Kilt Lifter, I love the name.
Yep.
Hernandez.
Oh, I'm just
Pouring gin into his crotch.
pouring myself mother's milk. Got Seagram's extra dry gin. It goes great with orange juice, but I prefer on ice.
I've got the same that Nate has, Scotch Ale, Scotch style Pike Kilt Lifter, made in Seattle. We also
has the other beer there.
We also have in the fridge, we also have Mirror Pond Pale Ale, Oregon, made in Bend, Oregon. I've actually been to their brewery. It's really nice.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised with how good the beer is in Oregon. But I mean, there's not much else to do.
I think Oregon has the second most breweries per capita in the U.S.
Rainier, why would you?
We also have we also are talking about our backup beer when we run out of all this deliciousness. We have our Rainier, featured in the second Twilight film.
Is it?
Yeah. The werewolves drink with the father's sitting there drinking it as he's cleaning the shotgun. In the first movie,
I'm gonna shoot that vampire.
Dog's eating the mic.
The choice of white trash everywhere.
Is he loading that shotgun with like silver shells? I don't know.
I also have Das Agua.
Oh god.
I have
Just
Das
in case.
Agua.
or dos agua. Oh, I'm making noises.
Somebody's drunk.
The designated driver is drunk. I'm not actually driving. I'm the designated driver for the show. Okay, so we're gonna go back to playing. You want to play some more?
No, I'm good.
I didn't follow my own advice, and I actually have to pee now.
That's okay. It's a good thing you have a twin here take over. Nobody will notice the difference.
That's why I brought a diaper.
He's just as crappy at this game as I am. Go back that way. Go back that way.
Oh yeah, what else were we going to talk about? We were talking like what beforehand. We were talking about Doctor Who as well. But we'll wait till Ike gets back because Fernandez doesn't really know anything about Doctor Who.
Don't go my
No.
spot.
Meet your dogs.
I just know it's British.
It's a fucking awesome show. You should watch it. You lose nerd cred for not watching that shit, dude.
It's true. Have you finished watching or catching up on Game of Thrones?
Oh yes.
Yeah, I watched it
has
this weekend, yeah. Well, honestly, everybody kept telling like, oh, this ends just as good as the first season. I'm like, nah, it really didn't.
I didn't like
liked
the
it.
end of the last episode of the season.
I liked it. But you know, from what I've heard from people who read the book, apparently it's basically just going to keep building to the end of season 3, and then it's going to kind of get slow again. So I can see why they're kind of holding back on
Dude,
the
this whole
book stuff.
season was slow for me.
Yeah, like that
It was
last episode
constantly
was
of just
really slow.
waiting for shit to happen. Hey, look, somebody's talking. More shit happening.
Hey, it could be worse. It could be True Blood.
Hey, you're the one that fucking watched that shit after the second season, dude. I don't know why.
I didn't say it was great. It's basically, you know, Twilight with tits. It really is.
Chicks are at least hotter in
We
it.
still talking
Yeah,
about
that's true.
We're still talking about Doctor Who.
Oh my God, Deborah Ann Woll.
The redhead.
Oh yeah,
we're
sure.
talking about. We weren't talking about Doctor Who. Ah, quick hit!
I blame.
Oh, that's a game over. That's a game over.
No, it's not.
Right.
Everybody's dead. I don't care. I'm taking a drink.
Okay, everyone died. The dog was.
Is this the Rugrats game?
Might as well be.
Reptor! Did you ever see the Funny or Die Rugrats trailer?
Oh god.
Live
Hey,
action
it's
Rugrats
Edgar Wright.
trailer?
They actually put the director of the movie in the game.
Is that?
That's who it's supposed to be.
I love Edgar Wright.
Wait, Edgar Wright directed this?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
The movie? I didn't know that.
Tell our viewers what else he directed.
Oh man, every
Shaun of the Dead?
Shaun of the Dead.
Space?
Paul. Oh,
He did-
no, he didn't do Paul. No,
He did the trailer for the Grindhouse. Don't.
Yes, he did do that.
Sweet.
You're thinking about going into this house. Don't.
I need to watch that again. Last time I watched it was actually the day it came out.
Yeah, it had some of the best trailers I've seen since what was it, Tropic
The
Thunder?
machete. They actually made a movie out of the machete trailer.
Which was fucking awesome, by the way.
You know what the funny
I
part
love
is?
Machete.
You know what the funny part is? Machete is the Spy Kids uncle. In the
Oh,
Spy Kids
Dan
series.
Trejo?
Yeah. It's the same
Rodriguez?
character.
Oh, he is?
Oh,
It's
the
the
exact same
it's-
character.
It's the same character because in the movies they talk about how he used to be a bounty hunter and stuff.
So
And he's like,
it's-
no, I'm retired.
It's a rated R movie based on a character from a children's film.
That's
Awesome.
Robert Rodriguez for you. I gotta love him.
I love Robert Rodriguez.
I
Can we kill these spasm losers?
I don't know.
Tell them that motion capture's dead. Just use a Kinect.
You are the controller.
Hey, like, tell them what Noah said about the Kinect.
I don't remember what Noah said about the Kinect.
So if you use a Kinect and you are the controller, if you have body modifications, do you have a modded controller? Get up, get up! Punch the guard! Punch the guard! Punch the guard! Help!
No, I'm punching the car.
I like how Scott Pilgrim makes Canada look interesting.
Hey, you guys,
It's hard to do, isn't it?
yeah, I lived there for you. It wasn't that bad. The weed was great.
Free health coverage.
Oh, back to Game of Thrones though. HBO Go. Do you guys think that it should be a standalone payable like Netflix?
I totally think so, dude. Because I would buy it
Everybody
if it was something I could just pay for and not have to buy it.
Game of Thrones.
There's a website called HBO Shut Up and Take My Money.
Game of Thrones is the most pirated television series in existence now.
I'm sure that'll change next season.
I would actually pay for an HBO Go subscription if I didn't have to pay for cable.
I'd probably pay about $10 to $20 a month for an HBO Go subscription.
You sound like a commercial.
But wait, there's more.
Tell us.
You don't get Game of Thrones, but you get True Blood.
No.
Oh, come on.
Whatever.
That reminds me of
And you can rewatch all of those amazing moments on, I don't even know.
fucking offer like that reminds me of when Batman Arkham City came out, and everybody's like, oh, guess what? All the stores have their own like certain pre-order bonuses. Everybody's like, hey, if you buy it from Best Buy, you get to play as Robin. Everybody posts like, my bonus should be that I don't have to play as Robin.
Yeah. The best one was the Batman Beyond.
Yeah, that's the one I grabbed that one when I could.
You can buy them all now, but on launch day, those are the ones that you can get. Launch day for what?
For Batman Arkham City, all the different skins you could get.
Have you guys seen the new Harley Quinn DLC yet?
Yeah, I played a little bit, but I haven't finished it yet though.
Is it worth it?
I haven't finished it. I really couldn't. I played like maybe 30 minutes of it, 30, 40 minutes of it.
Cool.
Speaking of,
we should watch the Super Mario Bros. movie.
That's a freaking game all in itself, dude.
We should do.
Every time you see fucking John Leguizamo, you don't believe he's Italian? Drink.
We can make that an offshoot. We can make that an offshoot of Drunk Playdate, Drunk Commentary.
I'm down for that.
That's gonna be.
I would love to do that. That would be amazing.
Where our feed is just us talking, and then you can watch the movie while we watch it.
Yeah, so we don't broadcast it and break copyright laws.
Hey, you can broadcast up to 30 seconds of shit right before you get hit.
Yeah, as long as you're talking over the entire thing, which should.
If you don't have the audio of the movie, we should be fine. But it wouldn't be fun without it.
I got a game over.
oh, I'm getting worked.
Everyone take a drink. Oh, I forgot I'm an angel. I get to.
You stand around, stand in somebody's stupid life.
You get to go inside of people.
So I went through this guy. Does that mean I had sex with him?
For 1 second, you were one person. But I think if you go near one of us,
Look,
you
it's
still want
Gay
our
Neal.
lives.
Or not Gay Neal. What was his character's name?
Gay Neal.
Yeah,
Was it Gay Neal?
that was his name.
For some reason, I want to call him the Pink Sock.
Take it to a whole nother level.
So we have on the list here Last of Us. I didn't
really watch that trailer, so I
didn't
don't know
either,
much to say.
so-
To me, it just seemed like a random another apocalyptic world.
Wait,
Was it Hernandez that said that we wanted to watch it?
Yeah, okay.
Talk about that?
we should talk about Zombie U.
Oh God! Oh God!
I'm
no.
just kidding.
No, please.
No, when I saw the Zombie U commercial, not commercial, but the trailer on the Nintendo thing, they had a video of it, and it showed Zombie U, and like, oh, you could do stuff. I'm like, the last thing I want to do in a zombie apocalypse is look at my iPad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really stupid. I remember seeing that, and then
Still a ghost.
it didn't even work very well when Reggie did the face thing because it kept falling off his face when he kept moving.
The other thing I didn't like about the Nintendo, back to E3 again. The other thing about the Nintendo one was the banter, the scripted banter between the president and the other people.
Yeah, who did they hire? Ron Jeremy?
It
to write
was
that
so bad. It was like a porn.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like with like Xbox press conference and whatnot, they all Microsoft comes off like everybody's relaxed. They just know the product. They go out there, they tell you what they know, and they're all like having a good time. You watch Sony and you
It
watch
flows.
Nintendo
It
and you
flows.
watch Ubisoft, and it's like, hey, here's this actor who doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. And they're just gonna talk about shit. The thing is, you could see the same thing with Xbox if you watch their E3 coverage on the dashboard with that actress from True Blood or whatever. You watch her talk about shit, it's like, bitch, shut up. Like, you don't know what to talk about.
Well, that's the difference between the Nintendo one and anybody else's. Nintendo's was way more technical than anything.
We take a break here.
Yeah, do we want to? We still need to. We still have
20 minutes,
we still have 20 minutes left. So we can take a break from the game, and then we can just talk about stuff for a second.
My favorite part about the Xbox or the Microsoft press conference was when Usher came out and showed everybody to their seats.
Dude. I'll say one thing, dude. I haven't seen Usher like on stage dancing at all or doing his thing for like since I was in high school. I seen him come out there. I was like, wow, he's old. Wow, he looks like a greasy pimp. Wow, he's trying to get everyone at Microsoft to stand up and dance with him like twins do. He's totally out of his element.
I don't think they really explained to him what was going to happen. Well, and then they had Trey Parker and Matt Stone come out and they made fun of the president of Xbox.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, great. You had these two guys come out here who are the reason for all the offensive shit on Xbox to begin with.
Oh, man, after that game comes out.
Fair enough.
It's gonna get
There's gonna be more Xbox Live avatar items that are gonna be South Park related,
Like
just
the
like the
Cocoon
Cocoon,
thing?
like the Cocoon.
Speaking of which, have you guys looked at their new game, which has a class called the Jew?
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
Jews can't be serious.
Actually, that game is going to be pretty awesome.
They say it in the trailer.
Yeah, and that played the press conference. I'm like, wow, really? Come on, people.
You know what's great is in the press conference, they bleeped out where Cartman says "holy fucking shit," and then if you go on to the Xbox and you go into their E3 thing, you can watch the trailer and it's not bleeped out.
Do you want to watch the trailer? We can put the trailer on.
Actually, we could. We can watch the Wreck-It Ralph trailer.
Yeah, let's watch some E3 shit, dude.
It was that trailer about the Knight Rider motorcycle. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, the Loco Cycle thing where like,
What the hell is
it was
that?
like Loco Cycle and Matter were two games that
the
they
trailer. We
showed.
watched the Wreck-It Ralph trailer. I need to set up the. Hold on, I need to set this up really quick, guys.
Matter
You keep talking.
and Loco Cycle were two trailers that say, hey, look at these new games, and you have no idea what the fuck it is.
Exactly.
As soon as Matter was like, oh, directed by Gore Verbinski, the director of Pirates of the Caribbean, like, this shows absolutely nothing resembling Pirates of the Caribbean except for fucking water in the beginning. What the fuck? What did he do?
So we want to watch the Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh,
yeah,
but
watch
it's-
Okay, so I'm going to turn this up. The mics are going to stay live, so if you can be quiet for a second.
Watch it.
Hey gamers,
Hey.
I'm John C. Reilly and I play Ralph in the new animated movie Wreck-It Ralph. Check out our brand new trailer featuring, of course, me, along with Sarah Silverman, Jane Lynch, and Jack McRae. Thanks for tuning in.
Didn't sound forced at all.
I guess you can talk, I don't care.
I would have hoped they would have watched this before now. Billy Mitchell has the high score on this one.
Wow. That's a reference very few people are going to get.
Closing time, last game.
We've got a kill screen coming up.
Game over.
Game over. Game over.
My name's Wreck-It Ralph. 30 years I've been doing this. It starts to feel hard to love your job. But no one else seems to like you for doing it. Sure must be nice being the good guy.
Nice share, Ralph. It's full of bad guys. We've all felt what you're feeling. I'm Zangief, I'm bad guy. Ralph, you are bad guy. But this does not mean you're bad guy.
Zombie, bad guy.
Zombie.
Jane keeps saying labels don't make you happy. Good.
Pass the dead zombie.
You must love you. I don't want to be the bad guy anymore.
This is the take from Bowser.
Oh, it's close.
What?
Play.
Abandoned his game.
I think it's because we're streaming video and watching this at the same time.
I did it to me too when I watched it on the dashboard, so I had to actually go to YouTube.
Come on. I apologize in advance.
He's downloading porn.
I closed all of my torrents. I don't know what you're talking about.
We're actually streaming out and streaming in at the same time.
That's what it is. If we actually had it just downloaded and put it on thumb drive, we would play a lot.
Okay, I think we watched enough of it because I don't think it's going to play much.
So basically, the concept is old school evil bad guy villain is tired of being a villain and wants to become a hero, so he ditches his game and goes off the video game world to try and be a hero somewhere. Yeah, well, it's wrong.
The best part is though is it Disney? This is Disney animation. It's not Pixar.
I thought it was Pixar.
That's what I originally thought too, but it's Disney, not Pixar.
yeah,
Technically, it's the same.
No,
they merged.
It is not the same. Pixar is its still own department.
Yeah.
Disney Animation is a separate department.
Pixar
from
films
Pixar.
will say Pixar on them. This is not
True, but John Lasseter actually heads the Disney animation overall.
But I had a debate with somebody once about this.
John Lasseter is in charge of the traditional Disney animation now.
He's in charge of basically Disney's overall production of all animation.
He's also in charge of the Imagineering.
He's also put in charge of the Imagineering, yeah.
He just has his name and everything, so he can collect the fucking check.
He's the modern day Walt Disney.
There was in the theaters when they had the newest National Treasure film. They had a little.
That was a while ago.
They had a little Goofy short before it, and during the Goofy short, Goofy's like installing his new HD TV, and he knocks some pictures off a shelf, and on the pictures on the shelf is a picture of Walt Disney and John Lasseter.
They showed that in the theater, because when I saw that in the theater, that was not before the movie at all.
They showed it was supposed to be played.
Basically, what happened...
The second National Treasure.
Yeah, I saw the second one in the theater before we went to Canada, but I was in Silver. There they don't do shit right.
The reason they put that one before that movie was this was after who was it that was in charge of Disney? Michael Eisner eliminated the traditional animation studio or portions of the Disney studios. And he was going strict 3D. And then they fired Eisner, and then John Lasseter stepped in and said, hey, we need to go back to traditional animation. And they made this Goofy short, because it's in the tradition of Disney, they had Goofy shorts playing before movies.
Yeah.
The best
part is when they were acquiring Pixar, Disney actually fired John Lasseter. And then they fired Eisner and then rehired Lasseter and pretty much put him in charge of everything. The other part is John Lasseter worked on The Fox and the Hound.
Yes.
He was an animator on The Fox and the Hound, and
along with a couple other names that you might recognize as well. With
Can I finish?
Don Bluth was in there too.
And then John Lasseter went to them with an original cell animation, 3D animation. Pitch for what was it? Where the Wild Things? No,
it was Brave Little Toaster.
Brave Little Toaster. Yeah, he pitched Brave Little Toaster to them and Where the Wild Things Are, and then they're like, "Yeah, you need to go."
They turned him down, and then eventually they made Brave Little Toaster. Actually, no. Who made Brave Little? It wasn't Disney that did the Brave Little.
It was Warner Brothers, I think.
No, Brave Little Toaster was made in shorts. It was made in parts, and they were played before movies.
I don't remember seeing the whole thing as one movie.
Yes, but before that, they did that for a while. It was actually, because you can actually kind of see where it jumps through different stories.
Phil Hartman was in that movie. He played the air conditioner.
The air conditioner that committed suicide at the beginning of the movie.
That movie is fucking dark.
Like when they're in the junk room. All of those things, that's terrible.
The Brave Little Toaster goes to
you.
There's a sequel. Brave Little Toaster goes to the moon.
No, he goes to Mars. There's 2 sequels.
Oh god. So here's the South Park trailer.
If it plays.
If it plays. It'll be amazing if this shit plays and the other thing didn't.
THQ, huh?
Obsidian, I think, made part of this as well.
The peace you once knew shattered at last. First came the goblins. Then underpants now. Stand back, kids. We need a savior to undo that which has been done. I'll do it. Jews can't be saviors, remember? The new kid. What new kid? Last week, a new kid moved into the house on Fuller Street. New kid has a power we have yet to understand. How can we trust him?
Let's hope you can customize your new character so I can make him starve Marvin.
No, I don't think it can be that customized. They have to be the round head body ones. Maybe I should start hydrating.
Nice taking an H2 coat. I'm feeling pretty plastered from this gym.
Dave driving, dude.
Ah, yeah.
Get him a glass of water, Nate.
Yeah, but
Actually,
it's on the table.
Can you switch me this for the Coke? For the Coke?
Can we just dump this out, or?
Yeah.
Yep, there he goes.
Oh, it's chugging.
Chog. Man, you got 56K up in this mofo?
No. Next time we do this, well, I'll make sure to download a bunch of shit that we're gonna talk about.
It's all good. People get the gist. If you have an Xbox, you can watch all this shit.
If you have or if you have YouTube,
Yeah.
Yes.
go Google.
Hey, YouTube's available on Xbox as well.
Here you go, Hernandez. Here's a Mexican Coke.
Oh my God.
You want one of those?
Mike's right on top of the
I can get
table.
you one of those Cokes.
That's cool. I'll finish the one I have.
Are we gonna munch that pizza?
We can. You want a piece?
Oh,
Bring the
totally
piece
love
up.
the
We
pizza.
have 10 minutes. We have 10 minutes left on the shit. And then we can take a break.
Yeah, stop
and
sidetracking,
eat
dude.
and eat. We have to talk.
So
for
you
another
have not
10
talked about
minutes.
Last of Us yet.
Okay, so basically Last of Us is being developed by Naughty Dog, who's most known for Uncharted.
Whoa, no. Naughty Dog is known. Hang on, let me.
Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
Okay, they originally worked on Crash Bandicoot, but as of lately, they're mostly known for doing Uncharted, which has sold millions of titles. So they're pretty infamous these days. And I can't remember, but what was that other game where like you're basically in a post-apocalypse, and it was a game developed in China, but it was released on the Xbox as well? I'm forgetting the name off the top of my head. Thank you. Do you guys know which game I'm talking about?
No. There's so many post-apocalyptic titles nowadays.
It was a, it was a single-player downloadable game.
You mean I'm Alive?
I Am Alive, yeah. So like it's basically a mixture of that with a lot of extra goodness plugged in, because I Am Alive was good, but from what I played of it, it didn't feel as satisfactory. Like the gameplay was satisfactory, the graphics were satisfactory, but the story wasn't really as compelling as I had hoped it would be. Whereas The Last of Us seems to kind of play more of the dynamic between you and the interaction of other characters, from what I've seen so far. But it looks to be like a more enticing and compelling story than a lot of the other games you've seen recently. Basically, I think of it as more like a Dead Island, but more qualitative than quantitative, because Dead Island kind of felt more like you had a bunch of crap to do, but you really didn't have like those few good missions to do. For those of you guys who played Dead Island.
Also, we're forgetting to mention Racketeer. It's Angry Birds for Xbox.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Brick Wall, stop interrupting.
Or what's the other one? Watchdog.
Oh, Watchdog, yeah, that looked great.
Yeah, it did
Watch
look
Dogs
interesting,
was-
but like I'm still confused. Was it multiplayer? Or was it single player?
Yeah, they
What's
didn't really
going on with
announce
it?
that.
Wait, they have single player? Because what I saw was all single player.
Yeah, but I didn't know at the end whether or not it was a multiplayer, because you had all at the very end you had a concept of taking over another character or there being a group of other people.
I think
working
it
together
was
for something.
multiplayer because it was showing the map and having those guys go in separate directions.
So we just don't know. I mean, I would like more information on
And
that.
they were really vague about almost exactly what the game was. And then in the trailer itself, well, not the trailer, but the gameplay footage, there was a guy walking around with a cube on his head that has QR codes on the cube. If you take a picture of that, of the QR, like a QR scanner,
I scanned that.
it takes you to a website for that club that he went into, and then I'm pretty sure they're going to do some sort of like AR, like alternate reality game.
You mean they're going to advertise fake things to me in my video game?
Yeah, it's awesome.
But it was kind of, that reminds me, like a couple of years ago, it wasn't E3, I think it was Comic-Con in San Diego, where they had the Tron. They actually had Flynn's Arcade. They had like an AR thing. They didn't actually announce they were going to have the arcade. And it was a whole alternate reality thing where people would just find stuff and then find the address and go to an actual like physical Flynn's Arcade.
They were given a stack of Flynn's Arcade tokens.
Well, here's the thing. Like, as cool as that viral marketing stuff is, I remember when like it first got big, or the very first big one I ever heard of was the I Love Bees one.
For Halo.
For Halo 2 when it came out, because Halo 2 was like the first video game to be advertised in a movie theater as a trailer. At the end of it, it said Xbox.com, which flashed quickly to ilovebees.com. It turned into this huge viral marketing stuff where all these people got all into it, decoded this website that was being bugged, and then it all ultimately ended to being, hey, stand by this payphone at this time to get a phone call from some random chick. And it was to the point where I was thinking, the people who actually did that and talked to me about doing that, going that far into it, I'm like, wow, you had nothing to do, really. Because that's a lot of fucking time and effort.
We did that once for the Tron movie, the new Tron movie, where they had on their website different cities that they were doing, and you could go. You had to meet somebody at a specific arcade.
They didn't tell you which arcade. City.
You had to meet somebody at a specific arcade and say a specific code word to them, and they would give you a cell phone that you would then get a phone call from.
See, as cool those things kind of are, to actually execute them, the few people that end up doing it, yeah, it's cool to hear that story, but if I was actually the one throwing trouble to do it, I kind of feel like a douche telling that story to somebody.
With the Dark Knight movie,
Oh,
they actually had cakes that were baked up with phones in them. People got cakes delivered to them with phones in them.
Well, mainly because...
And then the Joker called them.
Because a big part of that was there were some phone numbers that they would give out for different businesses in Gotham.
Yeah.
And one of them was a bakery. And I actually did get a phone call from the Joker at one point.
I got a phone call from Harvey Dent.
See, that's kind of cool to do, where it's not as complex. I remember the I Love Beast thing. There were so many fucking layers to that constantly, and that thing ran for weeks and weeks. You had to wait for more data to pop up on the website, more audio logs, all to get down to this one little thing where you end up getting a call from someone called the Princess, which doesn't even relate to the audio logs that you were listening to the whole time anyway. Where it seems like more now, like the ones you guys are doing, that they've made it less complicated, so maybe a little bit more easier to do.
I Love Bees. Is that the one where they had the messages within the waveform for audio files?
Yeah. And they told like a separate story that had actually no correlation to what you ended up hearing at the end.
Look it up on not Netflix. Look it up on Wikipedia.
There actually was a ARG, an alternate reality game for, not necessarily ARG, but an alternate reality thing for Halo, the original Halo, where they had they found a message board for what was that other game that I said it was Marathon. There was a Marathon message board. Yeah. Because Marathon and Halo take place in the same universe, but they're not really referenced too much. just drink your Coke.
Yeah, I'm pretty plastered.
But they had a Marathon message board where they had where they were posting encrypted messages from Cortana, who was planting viruses in computers on the Marathon universe. And it eventually led to people finding out about Halo, the original, the first Halo when it was released. Which is funny because the original Halo game was announced at an Apple convention.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I remember there's one viral marketing that just went totally bad, which was Planet of the Apes movie with Marky Mark. Where this is like at the beginning when geocaching got bit, was just started, so they went and hit a bunch of Planet of the Apes cases that had movie tickets and merchandise in them. And it's rumored there's still some located places because people just didn't fucking go and find them.
Nobody cared.
Our dad's cousin actually worked on that movie.
There was also viral marketing for I think it was Pirates of the Caribbean where they did some geocaching. I think they hid some cars. I think they actually buried. There was a video I saw where they actually had a backhoe and they were digging and they buried a car.
Was it a Pinto next to all the ET games?
Now, actually, about those ET games, I think we should try to find them and then buy that plot of land and build a video game museum right over top of that.
Maybe.
A bad video game museum. That'd be great.
No, not a bad video, just an 8-bit video game museum. Did somebody burp?
Yeah, that's the guy.
Going back to what you were saying about Marathon, they actually just recently announced that Bungie's big multi-year contract
we have
was with the Marathon deal.
Seconds left.
So if you guys haven't looked it up, check out the Activision deal with Bungie.
You can get Marathon on Xbox Live Arcade.
That's
going to be the last thing that's said on this video.
No, not really. We don't have to adhere to the whole hour. I'd like to keep it as close to an hour as possible.
Yeah.
So, final words, Nate.
I think this went better than our first one.
Ian?
I had lots of fun. I hope you invite the Magical Negro back.
Yeah, thanks for having us. It was a blast getting drunk with you fellas.
Yep.
True that.
My final words are, we're not actually technically done. if you guys are watching live, go ahead and just stay tuned. I'm gonna put up a splash screen. We're all gonna go to the bathroom, drink some
20 minutes.
water.
We're not going to the bathroom together.
All together.
Well, you know,
We're gonna
help.
I'm gonna go pee off the balcony.
we're gonna drink some water. We're gonna have some food. We'll be back in maybe 10 minutes. If you guys want to continue watching us just playing games and talking and bullshitting. You guys, we'll see you guys next time.